Excuse me, monsieur.
Yes?
Is this seat taken?
No, by all means. Take a seat.
What did you say?
I said, take a seat. Sit down.
Ah, yes. I thought you said something else, like sheep.
Let me introduce myself. Bond. James Bond.
Crusoe, plaisir. Yes. It's quite a party, huh?
Ah, yes. Dr. Shark seems to have exceptional taste. You haven't happened to see him, have you?
No, he does not appear to be in the room.
What did you say?
I said he is not in the room.
Room? Oh, you mean room. Ah, okay, yes.
Yes, that is what I've been saying, stupid. Yes, he is not here. Stupid Englishman.
Scottish to be exact, laddie. What a bizarre show.
Have you ever wanted to be an international spy? Or have you just wanted to be a contestant on one of those game shows like The Crystal Maze or Fort Boyard? Or have you ever wanted to play a game where the mechanics and the theme matched perfectly? Well, in the game Dr. Shark, it covers all these bases. You all take on roles of 60s style spies, and you have infiltrated the party that your evil nemesis, that's the word I think, well, the evil bad guy, those parties that they always seem to have, and you're looking for clues for his next deadly plot. And these clues come in the style of puzzle pieces, and when you put these pieces together you get points. But you have to be careful because these clues are hidden in the shark infested pool. The number of players will determine the number of rounds that are to be played in the game, and they will also determine whether you play individually or as a team. And on a player's turn, they will be swimming from one area of the swimming pool to another area of the swimming pool, and each area has an action. And you cannot swim to an area which is already taken by other players, and you cannot rest in the same area that you started from. You always have to move to another area to take an action. Each action will give you a chance to pull jigsaw puzzle pieces out of a bag. And there are 5 different colours, and there are 5 different textures. Now you're going to have to believe me on this. There is a texture on the back of each piece. So all the orange playing pieces have a kind of grid-like feel, whereas the green pieces all have a felt feel, and the pink pieces have a rough feel, the dark blue pieces are smooth, and this is the strangest one, the light blue has a kind of snake-like. If you get the light to reflect, you can see it there. 3 of these spaces are against the sand timer. You have that much time to find as many clues as possible before the castanet gets you. There's 1 space which lets you pull out tiles which are all different textures. And as you know, each texture is a different colour. And if you pull out the same colour twice, your turn ends and you just get to keep the tiles that you pulled out previously. If you pull out a tile which has a shark on it, your turn ends, same thing, you get to put your pieces. There's another space which lets you find all different shaped pieces different. And again, if you find 2 the same, your turn ends. And then there's also one which lets you find tiles which are the same texture. It's not as easy as it sounds, trust me. And the 2 other spaces. 1 space lets you put your hand in the bag and pull out as many tiles as you want. and then you get to keep one of each colour as long as there's not a shark involved. And the other space just lets you look into the bag, take your time and pull out one tile that you need, and you get to keep that one tile. Then with all the pieces you got, you can try and make your puzzles, and if you ever complete one, you take the token which gives you the points, and it also stops people from taking those pieces away from you. What? They can take pieces away from you? Yes! On the back of some of these point tokens is a special power which lets you take tiles from other players or give tiles to other players in exchange for a tile. Now you're probably saying to yourself that this game sounds extremely luck-based, and you'd be wrong! Because it's not. There are 2 other sharks that swim in this swimming pool. There's one that's named Luck, but there's 2 others. One's named Strategy and the other one is named Skill. Now the skill is putting your hand into a bag and feeling for the right shape or the right texture that you need to complete your puzzles. And then there is the strategy. Not just the worker placement, where do I go, and what action do I take, and what action should I use to block another player who's about to play, but there is this reference chart which tells you how many pieces of which puzzle and how many points they're worth and how many pieces they need to be finished. You have to then plan out what's your best route of attack with the pieces that you have. Is it best to go for the low scoring ones, which are quite easy to find, or is it best to go for the high scoring ones, which are very hard to find but they give you a good benefit? What do? Is, you know, there's these special powers. When do you use it? Well, you've got no choice really, because you have to use it when you get the points. Yeah. But anyway, strategy. So, to wrap up for Dr. Shark, it is a board game that everyone should be admiring for its ingenious way of mixing a theme and a mechanic together. It works really well. Bruno Cathala, Antoine Bowser, 2 of the probably best designers at this moment in time, have put together a game which is fun for families, very easy to learn, very there is strategy. So, you know, if you are an intense gamer, you can have some fun at the same time. It is an activity, it is a game, it gives me that game show feel. Let's talk about the components and stuff. The artwork is this beautiful retro 60s cartoon style which suits the theme. The box insert, there is no insert, it's just a box. The manual is extremely well written, although why? Okay, the components are there's some good components, like this not really necessary shark. It's just used for when the sand timer runs out, you just go and then that player has to stop. But unfortunately, my version of the game has a component which has been cut incorrectly, unfortunately, and with all games the pieces do start to fall apart, which is a shame because it is a lovely game. It is fun, you can play it at a cocktail party, but the thing is, the only problem with the game is it doesn't have this kind of replayability magnet. You know what I'm saying? You know, you play it and then let's play it again. It doesn't do that. It is unique. It is something that is like a party trick. You could probably get out at a party and say, look at this game. And people will be stunned. And people will adore it. Because it is adorable. It's not going to be for everybody because of the style of game. But it is well worth, if you're a collector and you've got nothing like this, you've got to have it. Because it is just, it is fun. It's generation game styly. It's brilliant. Another drawback is if you are a hard-working man and you've got really tough calluses, you cannot feel the difference between one shape and the other, or the textures. And so you've got no chance of winning. But plenty of strategy, light fun, family. I like this game a lot, although it's not going to appeal to everyone.
illustrious. He's an illustrious host. Yes, Dr. Shock. He seems to have an exemplary taste. It's like a Ferrero.
Thanks for watching our review today. For more information about board games, as well as the #1 board game audio podcast, check out Dicetower.com for reviews, interviews, and more. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower.